Hey folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome wherever you are in the world. Jerry just checking in here before my flight back to London Heathrow with British Airways, live from Munich Airport. Now we are in Bavaria, folks, and the reason I'm doing this short little piece is to a couple of reasons really, to show you the quality of what they put on here in Bavaria, especially at Munich Airport, in terms of how they treat their citizens. So this is, we're right slap bang, I'm right outside the Airbrau. I had lunch here with Horst from Munich Public Relations Department earlier on today, after we'd done a piece with the fire safety teams here, which our members only got to see. But I just wanted to give everybody the opportunity of seeing what kind of experience you're going to get if you fly in or through Munich as a passenger, but also as potentially somebody coming out here to spot for aircraft. I will also be putting out a piece on plane spotting locations around Munich, which a lot of you guys already know. But I just wanted to show you this quickly before I head for my flight. So let's just take a look inside. This is where they brew their own beer here at the airport, right here at Munich Airport. So let's just go and take a look inside right now. Okay, here we go. Stand by. The old fella's got his lederhosen on. Okay, so here you go. And of course, everything on tap, everything you need. Not very busy at the moment, but let's just have a little look around here. Now, it is quite impressive. As soon as you walk in here, what you get is the smell of the hops as they're being brewed right here. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Spend your time polishing those puppies, eh? But it's all going on in there. Now, here's something that's really also. Oh, look, and there's another little experience. Look, obviously, hot air balloon from the. This is a little experience that you can have. A little private room, I'm guessing, that you can hire out. And I'm guessing there's a lot of people who are going to be on here now saying, "I've been there, I've been there." Well, that's great. This is my first time experience here. A little stage, obviously, sort of things going on. Audio good, Jilly? Audio good? Okay. Audio's in my pocket. So more of these. Look at this, where it's all going on, where they brew this fantastic beer. And there's options there. In every I had a pint of it was I've asked your lady at the front, she's happy.
This one?
No, the other lady with the blonde hair. The one with the blonde hair? Okay. So this is really a nice little dining area there, or beering area, or whatever you want to do. Let's make sure there's nobody in here. Now this is fascinating, folks. As soon as you walk in this room, it's like stepping back in time, literally. Apparently, the guy who built this had this room. It was broken down from another part of the world, in Bavaria somewhere, I believe. But he had it shipped here and put together here as his own private room, and apparently this is fantastic during the winter months. It's fantastic now, to be honest with you. As soon as you walk in here, the smell of the wood is right on you. Ornate little chairs as well. Everything is the wood room, I believe it's called in here. Okay, so absolutely fantastic. Look, beautiful ornate woodwork and just old school panelling right down to the floorboards. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the camera pretty low because I want to be careful about, you know, getting people's faces and all that sort of thing, because privacy and all that sort of stuff these days. But what we're going to do is, there's the bar. Now, what I'm going to show you. I won't disturb these people here who are eating. So we'll walk out into, now this is, let's have a little walk around here. This is the train station. So this is the train station where people can come directly into car hire section there. People can come directly into Munich Airport using the train and coaches. There's check-in areas, everything you need, shops, as you can see through there. Just take a little sweep through here. Like I say, car rentals, everything you basically need in terms of linking through to Terminal 1, down through there, and behind me is Terminal 2. So, but this is what I really want to show you guys. Still got good on the audio, Jelly? Yeah, okay. Okay, so, right, well, let me just stop doing that then. I've just pulled it out. Oh, okay. So, what? What's that? What's up? Okay, so we are in Bavaria, folks. We are in Bavaria. So, FC Bayern Munich. We are in Munich after all. There's the fan shop, folks. If you're a Bayern Munich fan, this is where you can come to get it. So here we are, out into the inner court area where, now this is just pretty impressive. Let me just take you through this. Here we go. Right, so first of all, where else in the world do you get a poster that big? Hey? That's pretty impressive, isn't it? That's sort of like proper LAX style, that is. Say yes to the world. Right, what they're doing right now is they're replacing these canopies. As you can see, the darker shaded ones there. Look how high up these guys are. Apparently they had a helicopter come in to replace the canopies, or aid in the replacement. Obviously the scaffold and the access towers are all to do with it. But 25 years those original ones have lasted. So that's pretty impressive. So out here on this court area here, they have all sorts of things during the year. Obviously due to the work that's going on at the moment, this is all being taken up. As you can see, that's part of a stage there. Speaker, I believe, speaker tower possibly. So they did used to have apparently a wave machine out here, but with their eco-friendly attitude, the guys decided that the amount of energy that it was using to create the wave, they actually took that down and swapped it with a hello fella, hello mate. They swapped it with a BMX or biking display team with jumps and loop-the-loops and all that kind of stuff going on. So BMX, I think, was in there. Of course, you got your McDonald's if you want it. You got your other shops and you're at the stores. But check this out, folks. If you're a regular of Big Jet TV, you'll be more than aware of why I like this Smoky Joe. Joes. Look at that. Smoky Joes, folks. Brautwurst. Is it Brautwurst? Brautwurst. Yeah, Brautwurst. Hot dogs, in other words. Look at that. It's even got that on the side of it. Pratt & Whitney Stern motor, 9-cylinder. Look at that. An actually authentic Pratt & Whitney air-cooled, I think. Prop. Not to look at the cockpit, look. Brilliant, mate, brilliant. But no, great work, and congratulations to the guys. I think I might grab one before I'm off on my way, on my merry way back to London. Of course, look, you see the vastness of it. Now, this is a great place to come and meet anybody. It's right slap between the two terminals. There's Terminal 2 right there, and behind us is Terminal 1 the other side, so very easy to connect between the two terminals. And of course, if you were watching with... You all right, Julie? If you were watching with us just now with our channel members, you would have heard us talking about the new satellite terminal that's here at Munich, which is accessible by an underground train as well. So everything here for you. Now, what is really impressive is every year in May they have the Maypole celebrations. I mean, I know we have the May Day celebrations in the UK, but the Maypole is a very traditional thing in Bavaria. Apparently, there's some tradition of stealing the next village's Maypole, and it's all sort of like. It's all in a bit of fun. It's a bit of jest, and apparently you've got to cut a bit of the Maypole off as well. And of course, I don't want to go in there because there's a lot of people in there, and we don't want to be catching people's faces too much. But it is probably the best pint of beer I've ever had when I went in there, and the one I had was Cumulus, as in cumulonimbus the cloud. So conference centre here, everything that you need here, and what's more important is and what's more impressive is Munich Airport's attitude towards the eco-friendly environment. One thing in particular that I discussed with Horst earlier on was about we were joking about Heinz. Our channel members will know who Heinz is. Heinz is one of the very charismatic tug operators here at Munich, who showed us around last time we were here. And if you look back on our channel, you'll see that we did a great piece with him pushing back an A380. But he also operates the de-icing equipment here. But I digress on that one. The reason we were talking about Heinz was because there's a company called Heinz that take care of the waste management at Munich, but also, as well as that, they take care of the horticultural side. In other words, cutting the grass here at Munich Airport, and it's literally, a logistical operation. But one thing they were talking about was that when they were discussing the options of the third runway, one of the things that they had to look at was they found that there was one very specific species of bird which is very rare, and they were actually nesting here at Munich, and as well as that, the grass cutting periods are really crucial in terms of nesting birds and ground animals like mice and so on and so forth. They have to cut the grass at a certain level, to a certain level, allow it to mature and allow the nesting birds to and the small animals like the mice to move freely within the slightly longer grass so that it doesn't attract birds of prey, and hence no birds of prey around the airfield at Munich. So there you go. That's interesting. And know how many birds of prey we see at London Heathrow. That was one of the concerns that they had here at Munich, was obviously birds of prey and large birds don't mix well with aviation, especially geese, swans, and larger birds of prey. So that's why they don't have very much water around the airport to minimise the chances and risks of bird strike and the problems that come with it. So there you go. I've massively pulled off track there, but I just wanted to show you guys how wonderful Munich Airport is and how they really care about their local community. Here's a little factoid for you that I learned earlier on. If you're a local resident, yeah, and you come in here for lunch with your family, spend over €25, which really, when there's 4 of you, or 3 of you even, or even 2 of you, is not a great deal. Your parking is free. So this is actually almost the same as coming to a shopping centre, but an airport. Now, you tell me what other airport has that, offers up that facility. Certainly not Heathrow, I can tell you that. You stop for 5 seconds in any car at Heathrow and you've got a £30 ticket. So I just really wanted to bring you this to say congratulations to the team at Munich for everything that they've done for the community, local community, as well as the plane spotting community visiting here at Munich. Very easy to access, quite cheap on flights, and decent on hotels as well. I stayed at a little hotel about 2 miles away from the airport last night. It was very reasonable, had a great breakfast, and it was under £80 for the night. Some may seem expensive to some people, but in the grand scheme of things, being so close to the airport, the Uber taxi was €5. So it really does all pan out to be a fantastic opportunity to come to Munich. If you ever get the chance, you're less than an hour away from the mountains, so you could be yodel-hooing within 60 minutes. So that's me out, Jerry Dyer, live from Munich Airport. We'll see you again soon. Take it easy. Okay, GP, go for cut.